The client was greeted at the beginning of the session. The cycles approach will be used for treatment for the emergence of voiced phonemes in the final position. Auditory bombardment has already been completed to introduce the target phonemes and some of the pictures used in the activity. Okay, Ashley, now we're going to look at some pictures on the iPad and we're going to work on noisy sounds. Did you know that you have a motor in your throat just like a motor in a car?
Really?
Let's touch your throat and you can feel where your voice box is. Let's practice some sounds that are noisy. First, make the sound. Now, let's turn on your motor in your voice box and make the B sound.
B.
Great job. You turned on the motor in your voice, the motor in your throat. Now, make the F sound. Great. Now let's turn on the motor in your voice box or in your throat and make the V sound. V. Good. You turned the motor on. Now let's make the T sound. Okay. Turn the motor on and make the D sound.
D.
Great job. Make the S sound. S. Now turn your motor on in your voice box and make the Z sound. Z. Great job. Do you feel how you can turn the motor on in your voice box?
Yes.
This makes sounds noisy, just like the motor in a car makes a car noisy. We are going to put noisy motor sounds on the ends of words today. And this will help whenever you're talking to others, it will help them understand you better.
Okay.
Okay. And so, while we look at the pictures and try to remember to make the noisy motor sounds on the ends of our words, we can push the car to help remind us to turn the motor on. Okay?
Okay.
Let me show you this picture first and I'll show you how to do it. This is a robe. Do you see how I put the noisy motor sound on the end of that word B, and push the car to remember to turn the motor on?
Yes.
You try.
Robe.
Great job. You put the B noisy sound at the end of the word to make robe. Where is this girl at? She's in a what?
Cave.
Great job. You put the noisy sound at the end of the word cave. What is this little boy wearing?
Bib.
Great job. You put the B sound, which is noisy, at the end of the word bib. What is that?
Bird.
Great job. You put the noisy D sound at the end of bird. Oh, what's on his hands?
Oh, that's mutt.
Uh-oh. I think you forgot your noisy sound. You forgot to turn your motor on in your throat at the end of the word. Let's try it again. What's on his hands?
Mud.
Great job. I heard the D sound at the end of mud. What is that?
Bed.
Great job. You put the D sound at the end of bed. Oh, this little boy is what?
He's mad.
Great noisy sound at the end of that word. Oh, the B says
Buzz.
good noisy Z at the end of buzz. What kind of flower is that?
Rose.
Great job. I heard the Z noisy sound at the end of rose. Oh, cars drive on this. What is that?
Road.
Great noisy sound on the end of road. And what do bees live in?
Hive.
Great noisy V at the end of hive. Great job today. You use noisy sounds at the end of all these words to describe the pictures. Now auditory bombardment would be completed again with another worksheet to reinforce and review the sounds and words we worked on today. Okay, Ashley, great job in our session today. You used noisy motor sounds at the ends of words to name the pictures and color on the worksheet. This will help others understand you better when you're trying to talk to them.
Okay.
For a home activity, here are some more pictures to color, and they have matches, or they have pictures that are the same on both sides. When you're coloring the pictures, you can draw lines to match the words, and remember to put your noisy motor sound at the end, or at the end of the words when you say them out loud, okay?
Okay.
And you can take the car home to help you remember to put those, to turn your motor on in your voice box to say the end of those words.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to switch to the parent. Hi, Mrs. Bachman.
Hi.
Ashley did a wonderful job today. We worked on voiced phonemes, which are noisy or motor sounds at the ends of her words today. So we worked on sounds like b, d, v, and z. And we looked at pictures on the iPad, and she was able to identify about 90% of those correctly with a voiced sound at the end.
Great.
Her home activity is a coloring sheet, and they have matching pictures on each side. So if she really enjoyed it during some review today, and if she could just color and match the pictures, and when she's matching, I informed her to say the words out loud, and this car with the motor will help remind her to turn her motor on in her voice box at the end of all these words.
Okay, great. Thank you.
She did a great job today, and this target will help her to be understood better by others.
Okay, wonderful.
Have a nice day.
You too.